Like giving an example, when you have a clothes, you won't like for anything to mess up with that clothes because you cherish that clothes. You have already, or used a money, you have bought it, whether it's expensive or whatsoever, but you cherish it and you love that clothes. You won't even like for even your mom or your dad or any of your family member to throw dirt or filth at that clothes. So this is how you should look at your wife as a man. This is how you should look at. First thing, we have to understand this. We have to look at our spouse like this. We should cherish our spouse. We should make sure we understand our feeling, what hurt them hurt us, because they are two individuals, and those two individuals, they have grew up in different homes. Those two individuals grew up in different homes, so every one of them have different character, but because they want to live a husband and wife, they have to try to understand one another behavior, what they like, what they dislike. Assalamu alaikum, dear Muslim brothers and sisters in faith. I'm Mariam B. Kamara and I do Islamic lifestyle video. And if you are new to my channel like me, this is the first time watching my program, I say ahlan wa sallam, which means welcome to our little family. And if you have been following my program, I say welcome again. Once again, welcome family. And I am grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who have extended my life to be live today, inshallah, to present the episode 2 of what lead to a successful marriage, which of course I'm going to be speaking about understanding. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to please put peace and blessing on our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household, his companion, and all those that follow him on the straight path. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. So firstly, we need to understand what is marriage. Marriage is a contract of two individuals coming together to spend the rest of their life in the name of Allah, together as a husband and a wife. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2 of the Holy Quran. He said, Lakun libasu huna wa antum libasu huna. So your wife is a garment for you and you're a garment for your wife. Like giving an example, when you have a clothes, you won't like for anything to mess up with that clothes because you cherish that clothes. You have already, or used a money, you have bought it, whether it's expensive or whatsoever, but you cherish it and you love that clothes. You won't even like for even your mom or your dad or any of your family member to throw dirt or filth at that clothes. So this is how you should look at your wife as a man. This is how you should look at. First thing, we have to understand this. We have to look at our spouse like this. We should cherish our spouse. We should make sure we understand our feeling, what hurt them hurt us, because they are two individuals, and those two individuals, they have grew up in different homes. Those two individuals grew up in different homes, so every one of them have different character, but because they want to live a husband and wife, they have to try to understand one another behavior, what they like, what they dislike. So understanding one another means a lot. I should be able to know or figure out what my husband like, his favorite food, his favorite dish. What is the color of t-shirt he like? He's someone that loves to be clean. He loves something. He always love his surrounding to be clean. So he love for his wife to look good in front of him at all costs or always. And the husband too as well, vice versa. I know that his wife love certain t-shirt. If he wear it makes her happy, and he should always try to get multiple of that t-shirt, because marriage is it's a teamwork. It's a teamwork. We are working together to make it. No one should, it's not like one person should be getting a benefit. It's a teamwork. Even though the man is the head in the home, but then because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving that man the high responsibility, Mashallah, because of his high responsibility, he should be ready to take care of me. He should be ready to understand my emotion, and I should understand his emotion as well. So this is very, very so. It is not because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given the men, the whole heart or the strength, so or because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said they are here in the home, so which means they should be fighting their wife. No, a gentleman does not even beat on a wife. A gentleman does not fight a lady. A man that beat on their woman or the whistle or insult a woman is not a gentleman. Take that from me. He is still a gentleman. So the next step here is communication. If communication is not in marriage, it leads to the downfall of marriage. It is better for couples to communicate in marriage. It is better for a man to tell his wife what he like, what he dislike, and what hurts him, and what is going on, what his wife, the wife too, vice versa, should be ready to tell husband what she does not like, why is she feeling like this, because if there's lack of communication in a marriage, it's just like the marriage is turning upside down. Because if you cannot sit down or set a date and talk with your spouse, or you people have time together, explain about dream, your plans, because it's a teamwork. So people need to talk about your plans, what it hurts you, or your spouse should be ready to explain to you why is it she want this thing so dirty, and so all of those things, it need to be in communication. But if communication, whether it's a distant marriage, is a person marriage, communication is one of the key points that need to be in marriage. If lack of communication, there is a rate of divorce in marriage. So communication, most divorce lead to lack of communication, because two couples or two individuals does not know how to communicate. Love for language deal with like we need to understand that in how is our spouse showing this love that they love, or how can we know that our spouse love us? Because we women, we always love to be assured. We need to get that reassuring that we are still in his life. So how can we sometimes that the men will be it's almost like maybe the man is from he's speaking Japanese, and the woman is speaking, I don't know, different language, and they both, and the other person is all the way to the top yelling I love you, but they cannot. The other person is saying yelling, but they can't. Reason being, to cut this very short and explain, is that when the man is taking care of his home, he listen to your feeling, he makes sure when you are not well, he take care of the responsibility and all of those things. He talk to you kindly, he respect you, he respect your view, he have time for you, and then that is love. And then the woman too as well, trying to make sure to keep the home clean, make everything to be prepared, so the man will making the man responsible, taking care of, helping with the home choice and with the family or whatsoever thing. Even though sometimes she go beyond, it's not her responsibility. This is how she's proving that she loves the man. So you should be a good listener. Another thing, you should be a good listener. A good listener is not about saying, someone is saying something, you are listening, but you should be a good listener, that you should see the action from your husband or from your spouse. The husband should see the action from his wife, or whatsoever thing, in that the love is there. Whatsoever is happening, but those two need to work. So it's not about only one person receiving, giving, but the both parties need to work together to make marriage work, because it's a teamwork. So another thing in marriage is about empathy. If the wife is not ready to show empathy to her husband, or husband is not ready to show empathy or mercy to his wife, then the marriage have problem in it. So both partners should be ready to show that mercy. Whenever one person go wrong, you should try to to have mercy for that person. Or maybe that person is going through that bad time, because we are humans. Sometimes we sleep good and we wake up, we feel bad. So you should be ready to figure out what is wrong with you today, all of those things. And don't just be there feel like women always need to be just fine. They don't have bad time. In fact, even if they have bad time, she had it because they need to make a man happy. No, it does not go like that. Women are human. God created men and created women. We have the same feeling. It's just that our emotion is different, but we should try to understand it, and we should try to figure it out. A man should try to take care of his wife in a better manner, and the wife should try to take care of her husband in a better manner. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you for watching this video, and please, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button below, so whenever I post a video, you're going to be the first to be notified. And don't forget to share and comment as well. Jazakallah khairan. Love you, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love you the best. Hope to see you in part 3, episode 3 of what lead to a successful marriage.